Hello friends, welcome. Coach Miller Light here. So today's show, this is like my 12th take. Usually doesn't take me that many takes. And so what I'm learning through this is that it's about my perspective. You know, whenever I'm recording the show and it's like I just can't seem to say the words right, all over myself. Well, the reason I'm doing the show is to not be that. I choose to be Coach Miller Light, and I have Coach Miller Light available if I tune myself to her. It's a different version of myself. It's a higher frequency. It's the Mary who remembers the laws of the universe. And so here I am. I tried changing my shirt. Realized I didn't like my shirt. Okay, what do you want from me? I didn't like my shirt. Well, I changed it. So now I'm wearing this shirt. Now I match my tetragrammaton, okay? All right, so we have a great message today, which I've been repeating over and over because I've done about 12 takes and they've been like 3 to 4 minutes each, so I've gotten well into the passage. I could have it memorized by now. I don't, but it's a good time. What's the benefit of it? I get to find out, why am I doing this? Like, I was just upstairs changing my shirt and I'm like, okay, why am I doing the show? Well, I'm doing the show because this is the deal I made. You know, as a child, I was swinging out back of 301 Good Lane, and I said to the higher power, I felt a connection, as many children do, felt a connection with a higher power, and I said, if you send me someone who believes in me, I will do your work. I will use my talents and abilities in your service. I felt called to do that as a child. And some of my greatest times are here on the show. I was listening yesterday to some of the old shows that I recorded. It was quite a ride. I think I might cry. It was a ride listening to myself. You know, it's a self-examination. Interesting situation, isn't it? This is why I understand the rules of the universe. Because self-examination can be good if if I'm in awareness and I'm in a positive place, but if I'm going to beat myself up, it's no good. So at first, I didn't want to hear myself on the show. And then I started to listen to them in progression, and I heard myself getting better as I did more shows. So talents and abilities are practiced, I believe. They're the level that they are, but then as we practice the talent and ability, we become better at it, including being a presenter, being a speaker of universal law, of reporting in on how it goes, the good news. I mean, my God, here's why, Mary, here's why the show, the good news. It's really helpful to have some good news. And man, do I ever have good news here on this paper. So let's get to it. I'm listening to Abraham Hicks, Money and the Law of Attraction. If you've been following along, you know. Listening to it chapter by chapter on Audible and writing it down word for word, what I call passaging. Here's what I passaged today. Today's chapter is called Sleep Time is Realignment of Energies Time. While you're sleeping, or during the time that you're not consciously focused through your physical body, the attraction to your physical body stops. Sleep is a time when your inner being can realign your energies, and it's a time for refreshment and replenishment of your physical body. If when you put yourself to bed, you will say, tonight I will rest well. I know that all attraction to this body will stop, and when I awaken in the morning, I will literally reemerge back into the physical experience. You'll receive the greatest benefit from your time of sleep. So go into bed instead of willy-nilly, which is pretty much what I've been doing. I mean, it's okay, but a lot of the time I watch a show on Apple TV, then I go to sleep. And what I'm getting out of this passage is I pick up in the morning where I left off the night before. So if I go to bed at night and say, okay, tonight while I sleep, I'm saying this consciously as I'm laying in bed before I go to sleep. Watch the show on Apple TV, fine, but do this after. Mix this in. So I'm going to be reporting in on it like I do. This is currently a theory. I'm going to report in on how this works for me. So what I'm getting out of it, to review, when I'm going to bed, put myself into bed and say, tonight, all attraction to my body will stop. I will rest well. I will have realignment of energies with my inner being. My inner being will realign my energies. When I awaken in the morning, I will literally reemerge into my physical experience. Awakening in the morning is not so different from being born. It's not so different from the day you first emerged into your physical body. So as you awaken, open your eyes and say, now we're in the morning. I went to sleep, I recognized attraction stops, alignment of energies, I'm going to rest well. When I awaken in the morning, I'm going to reemerge, and then when I awaken in the morning, here's the plan. Say this as I'm lying there in bed. Today, I will look for reasons to feel good. Nothing is more important than that I feel good. Nothing is more important than that I choose thoughts that attract other thoughts, that raise my vibrational frequency to where I can resonate with the positive aspects of the universe. So I'm waking in the morning and setting my intention that my dominant intent today is to feel good, not anything else. That's what's most important, feeling good. Thoughts that feel good, positive aspects. That's my numero uno game today. That's what I'm up to. Because whatever thought I'm holding, that thought attracts another thought. And now as I'm thinking more and more positive thoughts that are attracting thoughts that are positive, now my vibrational frequency is raising, and now I'm resonating with the positive aspects of the universe. That sounds very fantastic to me. You see, your vibration is right where you last left it. Good to remember. My vibration is right where I last left it. So if you lie in your bed worrying about something before you go to sleep, when you wake up, you pick up right where you left off, right where your vibration left off the night before. Then your thoughts for the day get off on that negative footing. The law of attraction will continue to serve up for you other thoughts that are like those thoughts. All right, I have 5 stars over this right here. Must have been important. Here's what it says. If you make an effort as you go to sleep to identify some of the positive aspects of your life. Okay, here it is again. I mean, is it going to keep repeating? The most important messages will be repeated. If I make an effort as I go to sleep to review some of the positive aspects of my life instead of go to bed worrying, why? Because I'm going to pick up right where I left off the night before. Then deliberately release your thoughts as you remember that during your slumber, you're going to detach and refresh. And then when you awaken, open your eyes and say, today I will look for reasons to feel good. You will begin to gain control of your thoughts and your life. Rather than worrying about the problems of the day or thinking about things that you have to do today, just lie in your bed and look for the positive aspects of the moment. How wonderful the bed feels, how comfortable the fabric feels, how good my body feels, how comfortable this pillow is, how refreshing the air is that I am breathing, how good it is to be alive. You will have begun to pull on that positive, good-feeling rope. The law of attraction is like a giant magnifying glass, amplifying whatever is. And so as you awaken and look for some reason, any reason to feel good, the law of attraction will then offer up for you another thought that feels like that thought, and another thought. And that is what we call getting out of bed on the right foot. With a little bit of effort and a desire to feel good, you can redirect your thoughts to more and more pleasing scenarios until you will change your habits of thoughts as well as your point of attraction. And the evidence of your improvement will begin to show up right away. Okay, what a great idea. So what do we have here? Let's review. So when I go to bed at night, I'm going to lie in bed and recognize that as I go to sleep, the attraction to my body will stop. I will have an opportunity to realign my energies with my inner being. And then when I awaken in the morning, I'm going to reemerge into my physical body. And then before drifting off to sleep, after making that statement, or before, I don't know that it matters. I'm sure they gave us an order, but let's just review in general. Make lists of positive aspects. Positive aspects. What are some positive aspects of my day? Because recognizing that when I wake in the morning, I'm going to pick up where I left off the night before. So I'm going to go to bed thinking of positive aspects. So I wake up, because when I wake up, what am I going to be thinking? Today, nothing is more important than that I feel good. And then make lists of positive aspects. That's what's important today, positive aspects. And Abraham suggests, what a great idea, laying in bed and not even having to search through my life for positive aspects, but just look at the positive aspects of the moment. This pillow's nice. This Kohl's blanket is fantastically nice over me. It's so plush and fabulous. The air is nice. That fan is nice blowing on me. And that simple act, repeated over and over again, will net great results vibrationally in our life. So I'll be reporting in on my findings.